Hello everyone, in this video we're going to begin to build the business tab, and we're going to start with the first link that goes into / merchant. So right away in our application I want to go into / merchant so that it can be on the correct page. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is there's a page that we built that had an almost similar structure to this. I think it was send payments. Let me just confirm. Yeah, send payments. So what we're going to do is we're going to be reusing some classes. We're going to reuse some classes, and then we're going to do all of this. So let us begin right away. So we're going to go into our source folder and into our pages, and then inside our pages, I'm going to create a new folder that is called merchant. And then inside merchant, what I want to do is I want to create a new file that is called hero.js, and then I just want to say RFC, just so that we can display something on the screen. And then inside our merchant.js, now inside this file, which is our parent of the page, I want to display the hero that is coming from / merchant so that we can be displaying the correct thing. And now what we should see on the screen is just hero. Okay, and we can begin to build this out. So the first thing I want to do is I want to return a fragment and then a section. And remember that we're reusing classes. So I want to reuse the class that we made that is called pay online -hero. And then inside here, we're going to have a div with a class of overlay. And then inside here, we're going to have an h1 that says this. So h1 that says this, copy and paste. And then below this, we're going to have a paragraph that says this, copy and paste. And then below this paragraph, we have a button with a class of btn-blue that says get started. And then below this button, we have a paragraph, come on, that says this. So copy this and paste it here. Oops, copied the whole thing. So copy and paste it here. And then now I'm going to save this, and you're going to notice that it's going to take up the classes for this one. And we're going to have this. Now this obviously is not the correct image that we want. And so therefore what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another custom class here that is called merchant-hero, so that we can go into our index.css file, and then below this we can add a class of merchant hero, and then we can add in the correct background. So background coming from URL /images /merchant / it is called hero banner, this one. And then set the background repeat to no repeat, set it to the center, and then cover. And then we're going to have the correct image showing here. There we go. And so once we have that, then let's begin to style this out. And actually, let me see how we styled out the pay online overlay is also here. Pay online hero overlay has a height of 600. So we need to add in that height here so that this actually moves to the center properly. So let's say that for the merchant hero, and then for the overlay class, let's set the height to 600 pixels. My keyboard is not typing. What is wrong? Save it, and then this should move here. Oh, I mean, obviously it doesn't move because it needs to be a flexbox first. So let's fix that. Let's say display flex, and then items -center. Wait a minute, is it items center? Save it. Okay, and then let's just deflex into column. Okay, so it is not item center, it should be justify center first. Justify center. Okay, that is going to bring it here. But on mobile it doesn't look all that well. So what we're going to do is we're going to say text center for everything, which is going to center everything. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to say that for large screens, then the text should go back to the left. And then let's add a padding on the x-axis of 8 to push everything inwards just a bit. Fantastic. Let's begin to style this h1. Give this a class name. Class name equals to text white, text 4XL. For large screens, text 5XL. For 2XL screens, text 6XL. And then margin bottom of 8. And then font dash light. That should do it. Okay. and then change this paragraph into text white. So give it a class name of text white, and then margin bottom of 10 to push away from the button. And then inside this paragraph, give this a class name of text white, and margin top of 8 to push it away from this button. And we're going to have this. And wait a minute, is this how it looks? Okay, that is how it looks. This is a bit too big, so let's remove this. Okay, and then what we need to do is limit this. Flex column. Why does it? Oh, you know what, grab this. Let's grab this and place it inside an article. I think that will make it stop misbehaving. There we go. Makes the button stop misbehaving. And then inside this article, we'll give this a class name of max width about large. Let's see how big that is. Yeah, so max width large. And then inside this div, right, let me go here, give it a max width of 6XL and MX auto. Wait a minute, is that? Yeah, that should be it. There we go. And then let me see how XL looks here. Yeah, that does look nice. It does look nice. And we're going to work with that. Let me just make this text a bit bigger by going inside this paragraph and saying that for large screens that the text should be XL, to make it just a bit bigger. No, let's say large. Okay, and then we have the next section. And then for the next section, okay, you know what, for this section, let's go ahead and do some copying and pasting. So let me create a component here that is called section2, section2.js. Okay, and then what we're going to do is inside, which file is it? Inside the shopping.js, we created articles like this. So these articles that we created, we're going to copy this section up to, wait a minute, where does it start? Oh, it's on the top. Okay, so copy this section up to here, which contains the two articles that we built in the previous video. And then inside here, we're going to say RFC, and then we're going to return a fragment, and then we're going to paste in that section. Of course, the images are going to be different, so we just need to get the correct images as well as the correct text. So let's first get this h2, copy and paste it here, and then grab this text here, copy, paste it here, and then copy this and paste it here, and then copy this and paste it here, and then copy this and paste it here. And then we don't need this small tag, but the button text needs to be different. It says get paid by invoice, get paid by invoice. And then this one says get paid on your website, so get paid on your website. Okay, now let's get the correct images here. So let's go ahead and say import, oops, let's say import, what is this first one? Website. Import website from /images, oh sorry, // and then // again, and then images /, it is called merchant / and I think that I call the image what, on your website. So on your website.png, so on _ your _ website.png, and then copy this down, change this into invoicing, invoice, and then change this, the name here, into invoicing.png, which is this image. And then we need to change the name here. This first one is showing the website, the second one shows the invoicing. Okay, fantastic. Now let's save it, and then inside our merchant file here, right below this, we're going to render this section to make sure once again that you're getting the correct one, which is coming from the ./merchant. Save it, and we should be able to see something on the screen. Invoicing is not defined. What they call it? I call it invoice. Save it, and there we go. Would you look at that? Bit of copying and pasting so that you don't have to do the same thing over and over again. Let's play around with this. the margin, and that means that even in the previous video I didn't add the margin here, but that's okay. Let's say here margin Y, meaning margin on the top and bottom, and here margin Y as well. That should fix it at the margin. And then the next section that we have is this one. Once again, it has articles. Let's get the color first of all. So grab this, let me get the color, and then we're going to create a section 3. So section 3.js, and then let's say RFC, and then below this let's return a fragment, and then let's return a section, and then let's give this section a style and give it a background color and set it to this, which is just the color that I've copied. And then let's begin to style up this section. So give this a class name, padding Y of 10, for large screens padding Y of 20, padding Y of 20, and then text white, and then text dash center. Yes. And then let's go inside this section. Let's create a div, and then inside this div we're going to give this div a class name of max width dash 6xl and mx of auto, and padding on the x of 8 to push everything inwards just a bit. And then this div is going to be a grid with grid columns 1 with a gap of 8. And then for medium screens, then the grid columns are going to be 2, and then for large screens the grid columns are going to be 3. And then inside here let's create articles. The articles are going to be structured as follows. They're going to have an h2, wait a minute, an h3 that says, the first one says customer support, and then below this h3 we're going to have a paragraph that says this. Copy and paste it. This is capital S, and I've just remembered that above this there's an h2 that says this. Copy and paste it. Okay, so let's save it, and then let's go ahead and render section 3 so that we see what we are dealing with. So below this let's render section 3, save it, and we should be able to see section 3 here with the blue color. There we go, and then we can begin to style it out. So section 3, let's give this h2 a class name of text dash 4xl, margin bottom of 8. Let's see how it is, and then font light, and then for large screens then the text is going to be 5xl. Okay, let's see, margin bottom of 10, that should be it. And then here we're going to give this a class name of font dash light with text dash 2xl and margin bottom of 8. How big is that? How does this look by the way? Oh yeah, it is centered. Okay, let's reduce this to margin bottom of 4 and increase this to 3xl. Fantastic. And then all you need to do now is just copy this article 2 more times, so 1 and 2, and then need to change the text. So this one says this, copy and paste it here, and then grab this, copy and paste it here, and then grab this, copy and paste it here, and then grab this, copy and paste it here. Save it. Let's see it on the screen. Voila, there we go, looking nice. Let's see how it looks on mobile. Looks nice as well. So that is what we're going to have. Fantastic. And then when we are moving swiftly, so inside the next section we are creating this one. So we have get started with PayPal. So let's go ahead and create section 4 here. So section 4.js, let's say RFC, RFC, and then let's have this copy, and then inside here let's return a fragment, let's return a section, and then inside this section we're going to have an h2 that says this, and then below this we're going to have an article, sorry, a div, which is going to be the parent, and then we're going to have an article which is going to be this image, and then another article which is going to be this part. So let's add in the image. The image is going to be called a laptop, so laptop, and then let's import it. Let's say import laptop from, it should be this one, so from // images / laptop, oh sorry, / merchant /laptop underscore ie underscore lux.png. And then below this article, the second article, we're going to have this. So we're going to have a list item, and then this list item is going to be a span that says the number, and then the text is going to be here that says this. So copy and paste it, and then copy this 2 more times. So 1, 2, and then change this to 2, and then copy this, paste it here, and then change this to 3, and then copy this and paste it here, and then let's save it. Nice. And then let's go ahead and render it inside our merchant. Many files are open. Let's render section 4. Let's see, and there we go. So let's begin to style this out. Let's see how it's going to look. So section 4, let's go ahead and create wait. Yeah, okay. Inside here, let's give this a class name of padding y of 10, and then for large screens, padding y of 32, and then padding on the x of 8. And I'm going to pause the video for a moment because there's a lot of noise from outside. So now we can continue. Let's continue to style this out. Where were we? The start of the PayPal. Let's give this a class name of text-4XL. Let's say text-center. Let's say font-light. Let's say margin bottom of 10. Bring it here, and then let's say text slate. What was it? 800 or 700? Can't remember. 700. What was I using? Yeah, let's work with 700. Let's increase this text to 5XL on large screens. Okay, and then inside this div, we're going to grab this div, give this a class name of max width -6XL, and then mx of auto. Okay, limits everything just a bit, and then we're going to display it as a grid with grid columns 1 with a gap of 8, and then for medium screens we're going to say grid columns 2. That should bring this one here, and then we're going to say for medium screens then item center, and then let's go inside this image because I want this image to be centered on mobile. So I'll give this a class name of block and mx auto, which is just going to center it. It's not going to mess up with anything inside here, but on mobile it's going to center it properly. And so we have this. Let's go inside this ul. Wait, what? I didn't create a ul for this. Let's grab this. Let's set it up inside a ul, and then inside this ul we're going to give this a class name and say flex and flex column with a gap of 8, just to separate them out. Okay, and then inside this list item I'm going to display this as a flex box as well, because I want the number and the text to be separate. I don't want like the text to start here. Instead I want it to start where the number ends. So flex, and then let's tell out this number, give this a class name of padding all round of 3. How is that? And then let's say border, and then border slate 700, and then rounded -4. How does that look? Terrible. So let's say padding on the y of 3 and padding on the x of 6 or 5. Okay, let's work with 5, and then here we are going to say, what is it? Yeah, we're going to say item center so that the text pushes downwards just a bit, and then we're also going to say give it a gap of about 3 to push away from the text here. And then we're going to do some copying and pasting. So let's copy these classes here, paste them on the list item here as well as here, and then copy these classes, paste them on the span, paste them on the span here, and then paste them here as well. Save it, and we should have this looking fantastic. There we go. Okay, and then the next section that we have is this one. So cell without boundaries. Let's grab the color first of all, copy, And then let's go ahead and create the section 5. So merchant, let's say section 5.js, and then let's say rfc, and then inside here let's return a section, and then inside this section let's give it a style and say background color, and then set it to this, and then let's give it a class name of padding y of 10. Oops, let's say padding y of 10, padding, and then for large screens padding y of 20. My mouth is moving faster than I can type or speak. And then let's give it a padding on the x of 8 so that it doesn't push all the way to the end on mobile. And then let's have an h2 that says this, copy and paste. Let's style out this h2, give this a class name of text white and text dash 4xl, and then for large screens text dash 5xl, margin bottom of 10, font light. And then below this h2 we're going to have a paragraph that says this, copy, paste it here, give this paragraph a class name, margin bottom of 8 and text dash white, and then a button that says see all fees. So button that says see all fees, let's style it out, give this button a class name of font dash bold and text dash white, and then on hover we're going to say give it an underline. And then I've just realized I should probably grab all this and place them inside an article so that I can go inside this article and give this article a class name and add a max width of about, I can see what, max width of XL and MX of auto. Okay, and then oh, let's render it. So section 5, let's go inside our merchant. Where is this file? Let's go here, let's render section 5, and we should be able to see it right here. Fantastic. So text center everything. So section 5, let's go inside this article, let's say text dash center, and it should be centered. Fantastic. Nice. And then next let's go ahead and create this section. So section 6, create a new file called section6.js, and then inside here let's say rfc. Once again we're going to reuse classes, so we're going to have a section that has a class of pay online dash hero, but I'm going to add another class here that is called merchant, let's say merchant hero hero 2, just like that. Or let me call it in words instead of numbers. So merchant hero 2, and then we're going to have an article. It's just going to be styled the same way as this one, by the way, as the top one. Okay, you know what, let me just do some copying and pasting because it's the same style actually. So let's just grab all of this. So grab this entire section and paste it here, and then we're going to grab this one, copy. Now this is no longer an h1, this should be an h2 because you can only have one h1 per page. And then copy this, paste it here, and then we don't need this bottom paragraph, and then the button says learn more, and then it doesn't have these styles, but it is styled a bit differently. So font bold, text white, and then on hover we want it to underline. And then below this let's have a ul with 2 list items, and then the first one says this, so more secure way to get paid, and then this one, copy and paste it here, save it. Is that correct? Merchant hero, this should be merchant hero 2, so that we can get the correct image, because as you can see, where's section 6? I haven't rendered it. So section 6, render it, and we should be able to see this. Now we need to change this image, obviously. So section 6 is having a class that is called merchant hero 2. So let's go inside our css file. Let's say that for dot merchant dash hero dash 2, then we want the background to be url, and it is coming for /images /merchant this one, and that's set the background repeat to no repeat position to center, and then cover, background size. So save it, and we should be able to see the image. There we go. So working as a freelancer, and then we need to change this text to white. Let's go back, close this. Let's go back here, and then reduce this to margin bottom of 4, and then inside this URL, give this a class name of list decimal, so that the thing is appear here. Wait a minute, list, is it decimal? List bullet. What is the class? List disk, that's the class. There we go. And then text white, and then padding on the left of 8 to push it inwards just a bit. Okay, and then margin bottom of 8, push it away from the button. Let me see, almost, let's say padding left of 6. So it comes here, padding left of 4, that should be it, or 5. Fantastic, looking nice. Okay, and then what we need to do next is what? We need this part. And for this one, once again, I'm just going to reuse the, and I know the component is not rendering this, but we built it out once and I don't want to do it, to keep on doing it. The component is called sign up, and it is coming from, let's say, import sign up from dot slash components / homepage / sign up. That is the correct one, and it is going to appear here. Fantastic. Oh, this also has a background color. Oh, wait a minute. When I tilt my screen, that's when I can see the background color properly. But since we've been using this component over and over, all you need to do is just change the background color in one place, and it's going to change everywhere. So let's go inside this component, so sign up, and then let's give it a PG of slate dash 100. But you're going to see that this is going to be a problem. It's not going to go all the way to the end because of the max width that we placed on it. So if you want to avoid that, what you can do is you can grab this, place it inside an article, and then add the max width. So you can add the max width here, copy on the article, and then you can remove it from here, so that now this is going to persist. And now that that persists, then we need to have a margin bottom so that doesn't conflict with the footer. So let's go ahead and say margin bottom of 20, and that should do it. Nice. And would you look at that? That is our first page in the business section. And then next we're going to start with the accept online payments. Let me see how it looks. So once again, we're going to be reusing classes. We are going to be reusing classes quite a bit. Ooh, this is a tab. These are tabs. Nice. This is going to be a bit technical, not so hard, but it brings a challenge, and I like it. Looking nice. So in the next video, we're going to start with this page.